Hi Aquariuses, welcome to your July 2017 readings. I'm sorry I'm a little later with your videos. I've been having internet problems and computer issues, and I don't know what's going on here. We're got a lot of Uranus energy happening right now, and I have strong Aquarius, so and Aquarians tend to technology energy, right? Like they tend to have issues with it sometimes when they got a lot of built up energy, or when at least when I find when Mercury's retrograde or things are happening with Uranus, I tend to have a lot of technical issues. But I pulled out extra cards for you guys because I'm always doing you last too, which is weird. Where I don't know why. Where I get more into my groove when I'm at the later videos too, so Sag always gets ripped off with the first video, and I don't do so well in the first one. I'm just getting in my groove. But hopefully everyone's doing well. Hopefully these videos actually get uploaded today because, like I said, I'm having internet issues. We're called the company and everything. I pulled out extra cards for you guys. I used the angel cards. If you don't believe in angels, then just replace it with the universe, right? I always use the universe. It's abundant, has everything included, right? Spirituality is not about religion. Religion's about the messenger, right? And spirituality is about the message, the actual message, right? Spirituality seeks to unify us, connect us, and it's about love, right? All religions speak about love, but it's about the messenger. People forget that, or that's why I myself am spiritual. I believe in everything, right? Most Aquarians are pretty good with that too, because you guys are the humanitarians. So, all right, we're gonna stop here because that's where the cards got. Okay, so I'm gonna try to cover your work, home, and relationships. Relationships come in all forms. They come in the form of partnerships, as co-workers, bosses, parents, siblings, friends, all of that. And so the card, I pulled 3 of these cards, the angel cards, one for your work, home, and relationships. Give you guys the extra, don't tell anybody. I actually have to do a little bonus for Scorpio because I feel bad. I got a soft spot for Scorpios because they're reading, I think I was only tuning in to specific people and it was a little darker. No surprise there, it's a Scorpio. So I'm going to do a little extra reading for them. People are probably going to get, but oh well. So the card that we have that came through for work, relationships, is the Nine of Thought, and it says, I'll show you guys the card. You can see that. There you go. It says, stop being so hard on yourself and turn your thoughts towards positive. There's no need to worry. Anticipating the worst isn't helpful. Know that the universe will provide a solution. If you're experiencing sleepless nights or anxiety over a challenge in your life, release the problem to the universe. And I substitute angels for universe. And then the card, well, I'll get to that. I'll talk about your relationships first. Okay, so for the first card we have is the Three of Pentacles. The second card we have is the Hermit. We have the Three of Swords. That's not necessarily a bad thing. We'll get into it and see what we can find. We have the Four of Cups. We have the King of Pentacles, that's in the center of your reading, so that's really good. You guys may have a Virgo around you that can be highly beneficial to you. We have the Two of Swords. We have the Sun card coming in. That's positive. We have the Knight of Swords. And we have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, guys. So let's see what we can pick up here. Okay, so in relationships, okay, you guys are stuck in your mind, all right? And it seems like you're reflecting on the past, okay? And this could be why you're so hard on yourself. Maybe something didn't go as you thought or as well as you planned. Maybe, you know, a situation in the past, you felt you could have handled it better. And it's in relationships. So that comes in all forms, like I said, with your parents, siblings, co-workers. You know, there's some sort of situation that you're dissatisfied with, right? It's communication, right? But you notice it and you realize it. So that's the positive here, okay? The Sun card coming through. Okay, but with the Sun card too, it's also saying, and like the message that we got with the other card, it's saying releasing, right? So your worries and your concern, you need to really release that. Whether it's like journaling, writing it down, you know, like you may also have to talk to the people around you about your worries and anxiety if you're having some, right? Like, because there's no need for you to be holding that into yourselves, right? So if you have suggestions to give at work, it's saying it's really positive for that too. If you have suggestions, people are really seeing you as somebody quite positive, right? But it's like some of you guys might have this like false persona that's going to happen. There's something that's going to dissatisfy you this month. And the cards are really asking you to get in tune with your emotions. And that can be hard. I got a lot of Aquarius too, my Mars and Venus. So that can be really hard. But it's basically saying, and Libra got this too, which was weird, to get in touch with your feelings. Okay, so it's not like, okay, and generally speaking, air signs, it's what do you think, right? They always want to know what you think. They don't really care about what you feel because your feelings can be a blockage, right? Like that's, well, not all air signs, but you know, like it's not logical to them to operate under feelings, right? Okay, but feelings are your internal compass, all right? They're your you have to be in tune with them, and it's not saying like to operate only under feelings, but you have to get in tune with your feelings. It's saying understand them. So like, what are you feeling when you're making a decision? What do you feel about that decision? And then you operate from the mindset, okay, afterwards, because once you understand what you feel about it, then you can use the you got to use both the heart and the brain, okay? They both have to be balanced. If one is in charge over the other, then that's when situations can become unbalanced, right? Some of you guys, you might be dissatisfied because I feel like Three of Swords is a child who's like growing older or hit some milestone or going away for like camp or something. It's just like they're getting older. There's some sort of, it could even be with a family member too, right? Like, but in your relationships, it's saying, again, they come in all forms. It's saying to really go out and have fun with your friends, not like drinking, all right? Because it's showing if you're drinking a lot, that's going to make you dissatisfied. But going out and having fun, like just hanging down at the beach, trying something new, going biking, renting bikes down by a park or something like that, picnics. The cards are saying the energies the universe is going to give you is the sun. So that's quite beautiful. Like you guys are going to have, by the end of the month and throughout the month, you're going to have very exciting moments, you know, heart-filled moments too, even heart-filled moments, right? Like appreciation is going to be given towards you, maybe from some people. But you guys should be quite proud of yourselves in relationships with people. But it's telling you to take a rest too, right? Like the back seat. Enjoy the back seat sometimes. Don't always be in the driver's seat, right? Because this is about driving all the time. Like you're on the chariot and yeah, you know, like you're in charge, but you only see a specific you have your aim on you got your eye on a target, you know what I mean? So you don't see everything else, and sometimes you miss the pieces that you need to get to that target. So sometimes taking a back seat, when you're in the back seat, you get time to observe and enjoy, you know, all the beauty and that life has to offer, the small things, you know. The sun's about small things. It's a Leo card. Leos are very prideful, but they're very it's not about, they're very sentimental. Leos are very sentimental. And when you're sentimental, it's like the smaller things in life, appreciating the smaller things in life, the finer things, right? Like, because Leos do like the finer things. But everybody thinks Leo has these high standards. And it's, you know, I'm not going to lie, I got Leo moon. Sometimes they do. But they appreciate the finer things in life. That also includes the small things, like holding hands if you have a partner, more kissing, more date night, watching a movie, setting up a movie night, you know, like watching Harry Potter, you know, like a marathon. A lot of Aquarius is like technology, so if you have projectors, setting up a sheet in the backyard or in a park or whatever, and, you know, watching a movie like that. Aquarians can be very romantic. A lot of people don't think so, but they are very romantic. They're very they're more like into, like, and they're deep too. A lot of people don't think they are, but they're very poetic. I did an Aquarius once, where, go figure, as a Sag, right? But they're very poetic. They like writing letters. That might be necessary. Maybe writing some letters and stuff like that. You know, like if you're not good with verbally expressing it, then writing it down seems like a very good option for you too. But enjoying the finer things in life. Okay, so that doesn't mean spending money. Okay, it means like the smaller things, you know, like when your spouse does the dishes for you, appreciating that. When you have your date night, really having fun and enjoying that, you know, not feeling guilty about it, right? Like, what we have coming in for work, the card that I pulled for you guys here, it's review and contemplation. So getting your water would be really good for you guys too. And like, when you're out in nature, pay attention to messages that you're gonna get by like a group of birds. Like if they fly by when you have a specific thought, you know, then watch that, because that might be a message from, if you believe in the spirit or the universe, trying to tell you something, right? Like, also, if odd animals pop up, research the spirit animal, you know, because there's messages behind that, right? And you guys got birds, so it seems like you're going to be getting a lot of messages. But the card says you've accomplished a great deal in your life and you have much to be proud of. Now it's time to decide what's next. As you contemplate the past and the present, you'll get clear on the divine life purpose. Don't be distracted by conventional thinking. Be real with you. Be the real you. And the cards that you did come up for you guys there is, you do have earthly cards, which is the Virgo energy, so you're going to have to tap into the Virgo energy. Also the Cancer energy, which shouldn't be too hard because we are in the Cancer season right now, but you have the Hermit, the King of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. So you guys are in a contemplating mode, okay? And it's saying that's a good thing. Take your time, right? Because what the universe wants you to do is be the King of Pentacles, and that's being practical and grounded. This man's also a family man too. A lot of people don't bring that up enough, but he is a family man. He just takes care of the household. He's a businessman too, usually. Some of you guys might need to be talking to accountants or going to see bankers too. I'm seeing budgeting is very important for you guys. Streamlining, scheduling is important. Having specific hours and slots for doing specific things, all right? Tasks and details are very important. If you're in a production job, secretary or something like that, that's very important this month. And that's saying what it's going to get you ahead, right? Using your mind here with the Knight of Swords. It's also coming in, there could be a younger male or female that could come in. Don't react to this person. It is the Knight. So the Knight is, they're younger, they're mentally more immature. They're very smart and very intelligent though. Very witty too, right? But they're after the truth at no cost, right? So they can spit something out and not think about the consequences, right? They can say something that might be a little dissatisfying, but the cards are saying that this person might have some wisdom behind them, and to not react to it, to think about it, right? Because it might not be completely valid what they're saying, but it's saying that for some reason, like somebody, this could be the King of Pentacles guy, so he would be a practical man, likes to fiddle with his hands a lot too, touch things with his hands. Could even be your father, a dentist. I'm seeing a dentist, a doctor, accountant is coming through, but this could be your boss too, or your father. They have wisdom and some sort of knowledge that they could give you that you might need to contemplate and sit on it, all right? And it's valid information that they're giving you, so really consider it and think about it, right? It might put a damper on your spirits for a little bit, but it could be a Capricorn then in that case. Capricorns are pretty good at bursting your bubble, but they have, they don't mean to do it. Okay, they're quite wise and they know how to get things done, right? And a Capricorn doesn't take shortcuts normally, all right? Because they know that bad things are going to happen if they do, right? They're ruled by Saturn. So is Aquarius, co-ruler. So it's asking you to get in touch with that Saturn energy. Aquarians are very good at business, very good at business. But it's asking you to ground it. It's also asking you, okay, with the cards that are like the message I'm getting is to be with the being practical. It's asking you to, because I'm seeing slots too. I'm seeing slots. So that's like having a schedule, right? Because if you have your own business or you're doing too much overtime, okay, then you got this imbalance here happening. I'm seeing, all right, like the work and play. You gotta, you can't serve from an empty vessel, right? If you're out there people pleasing, I'm seeing a lot of people pleasing too going on. You need to have balance, okay? So if you're doing working overtime all week, well then you need Saturday and Sunday off, right? You need that to yourself. You need to go out and enjoy yourself, enjoy the smaller things in life, the finer things. And by finer things, again, I don't mean like spending money, you know, like, but being practical, okay? Because that's also going to help you notice things, and you might be able to, in your company, if you're a secretary of production, doesn't matter what you do, that's going to give you the ideas to improve things. It could get you a raise when you talk about it with this King of Pentacles, okay? But be practical, observe this month. Even in your relationships, observe, right? Because people might be, the way that we give love is the way that we feel that we should receive love, and it doesn't work like that. Like, it's a language barrier sometimes, because other people, nurture nature, right? Other people love differently because that's not how they were brought up, right? So that's not, and the way that they love is the way that they feel that they should be receiving it. Okay, that comes in all love is has many different aspects. There's friendship love, love for your parents, love for your sister. Those are all different forms of love, right? Like, and even your sisters and brothers, you all grew up in the same household, but it doesn't mean that you love the same. We each have our own paper, our own exam, right? We each have our own minds. So even in this growing up in the same household, you still speak a different love language, right? So it's telling you to step back and observe, to understand how people show their feelings, right? Again, getting in tune with your feelings. And the card that came through for home is the Four of Abundance. You guys see that? You actually have a lot of money here. So watch your money, you guys. And that came through earlier, like with the King of Pentacles. The message I was getting was to start structuring things. Your work, you could be very, you guys might have a job where you're very handsy. So you're either using technology, even gardening, editing is coming through. You could be a banker even, computer IT tech. Some of you need inspiration. So again, you need to get out in nature. Even start gardening, pick up gardening. That's very relaxing. It's very good to get your hands into the dirt. The card says it's time to reflect upon your relationship with money. Are you spending too freely? Are you holding on to it too tightly? This can also relate to how You give of yourself to others. Is your heart open or are you holding back? It says, your hard work and wise investments will bring great success. Okay, so your investments, it's saying, will come through, but there is a blockage again with the feelings, you guys. Like, I'm getting the sense it's with your feelings, all right? So it could be a past separation. Your partner could live apart from you. Okay, so you need to get in tune with that stuff. You might need to move, and maybe you have, maybe moving's hard for you because you're seeing it as something that's, you're rejecting the emotional attachment you have to the home is what I'm seeing. Like, the children grew up there, so like there's this, it could even be like, I'm getting children that they're leaving, starting at like leaving high school, starting college, or starting high school. There's like a separation, right? But it's also like moving homes, and the sentimental value, you're thinking that it's not such a big deal, and maybe you've moved but you haven't dealt with the emotions of moving. Like, you got to cry it out. So again, you guys put on a sad movie and cry it out. It's really going to help you guys. If you can't get in touch with your emotions or your feelings, then you got to fake it. You got to trick your mind into it, is what the cards are saying. Okay, so watch your mindset this month, you guys. Okay, don't think about the negative. Think about the positive. Okay, because you can manifest some loss and heartbreak if you're focused on the past. All right, like, and the universe is quite like what the cards are saying is they're watching over you. Like, and whatever you're losing so you can gain more. Right, like you are protected here. What's coming in is the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, that's what the universe is going to bring. So again, the Hermit is important. It's a reflecting phase. Okay, if you react too quickly, then you might miss opportunities, it's saying. Okay, even at home, it's like, again, going back to the finer things in life. And the finer things is like spending time with your children at the beach, having a picnic, a little barbecue, that type of thing, like really enjoying the moment, right? Like, again, going back, if you're working too much and you don't even have children, maybe you're older, you're getting in touch with your siblings, your mother and your father, your brothers and your sisters, all right? Balancing it out, spending time with them. There's this, you might be avoiding things by work, right? Like, so it's saying not to do that. Avoiding emotions by fiddling around or like keeping yourself busy with other things, right? Like, you got to feel it, right? Like, it's going to cause a clearing, a releasing, a new phase will start, right? Like, okay, so at home it's saying we have the Eight of Wands that came through, okay? So at home it's saying, some of you guys, it might not be time to move just yet. You might need to, it's saying get grounded, right? Like, you might not be prepared for the move. Like, you might not have enough finances in your account, and you might need to save up a little more. This could be spending too much too, right? Like, but you need to be more grounded and practical at home. Okay, like a mother when her children leave, or you move, a mother when they move from a house that they've been in a while, okay, she feels that emotion, she lets it happen. Okay, like, so express it. But it's saying not to be too harsh in your communication. It can cause separation at home or with siblings or families or whoever it's referring to. Okay, not to refer to the outside either. It's internal. It's about you, what you feel. You got to be you here. And the card did say that, I believe, in one of the cards. Be the real you. You know what I mean? Don't do what other people want you to do. Don't be what other people want you to be. Do you. There's only one of you, and Aquarians, we need more of that, because Aquarians inspire everybody else to be themselves. Aquarians are the one who do that. They lead in that manner. They're the humanitarian, they show that individuality is a beautiful thing, right? So be your true selves here. Okay, get grounded. At work, it's saying to observe. Okay, you have the 9 of Pentacles or 9 of Wands, and it's what not to do. So what not to do is to get, like, again, too concerned with everybody else. Do you watch, observe what they're doing, because they're doing errors, and you can find those errors, it's saying, and that can move you up in the company. But it's also saying that there could be rumors. Don't get involved with that as well. And at home, it's saying, okay, we have the 10 of Pentacles, and that's what not to do. So it's not spending money that you don't have, okay? Being practical and grounded this month is quite important for you guys, okay? So no emotionally spending. If you're spending a lot, then you got to see that, you got to recognize, where is that coming from? Are you emotionally spending? Is there something you're unhappy about, and you're getting that temporary fulfillment from spending, right? Your kids moving out, and maybe you're like not dealing with the emotions, so you're spending. Okay, if you're gonna move, then you gotta save up. It's saying a little more, but in your relationships, don't. Okay, people could be coming to you for money, and you gotta be practical about that. All right, like, a lot of people could be relying on you. You guys have been doing a wonderful job. Whatever you're concerned about, you don't need to be concerned about it. You need to be practical about it, though. There could be somebody that asks you for money. You might need to ask for help. If there is financial issues, it is saying that, okay, in relationships, there's somebody there. It could be a Leo, a sibling, a family member, somebody that will be able to help you, you know? Also, I'm getting graduations and like little get-togethers, children's birthdays even, maybe. Like, you're quite amazed with them. Like, your children, you're quite proud of your children. There's a new phase, something about a new phase. With even in your relationships, it could be a new phase. Be careful of pregnancy this month also, I will say that. You guys are quite fertile this month. Okay, you guys, hopefully that helped you out, and I will talk to you later. Ciao for now.